Alrighty, hi everyone, my name is Aiden and welcome back to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing the Chicago Bulls and Sacramento Kings Summer League game reaction. Unfortunately, the Chicago Bulls did walk away with another loss, but the positive to take away from that was there are massive improvements that did take place. From the last game to this game, I would say leaps and bounds. With that being said, what are those positives and what are those negatives, and what improvements can we make in the future to ensure that every single player in this team is taking a next step in their development? But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think I guess our developments are, where can we improve, and also who was your player of the game. Unfortunately, we lost this one 109 to 92. So again, it's not like we had an amazing game out, but it wasn't terrible considering that Buzelis did not play in this game, and even Noah Asenge left early in this game. I would actually say this is a relatively good performance for the Chicago Bulls overall. That's essentially two of our key guys that didn't get to play the full game or didn't play the game entirely. So I'm actually very positive in that regard. And speaking of positives, there's a very big positive that took place. And I mentioned it in the last game against the Raptors. One of the most disappointing elements of that game against the Raptors was the 8 assists that the Chicago Bulls produced in that game. Even at Summer League standards, that is woeful and not good enough. I'm happy to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that the Chicago Bulls doubled and even did a little bit extra as they got 20 assists in this game against the Kings. So the ball was moving a lot better, and you could tell from the points tally from a lot of our guys that there were many players getting involved, many players making an impact. So, 20 assists, you got guys like Young with 7 assists, you got Kamawara with 5 assists, even Javon Freeman Liberty chipped in with 2 assists and whatnot. So, again, there's a lot of positives in that area, and from the points tally, it makes sense the guys got more involved. So, you got guys like Pereira with 15 points, Asenge with a 12-point and 10 rebound double-double in limited minutes. Aldridge had 12 points. Javon Freeman Liberty had 21 points. You got guys like Paul, I don't know how to say this, hold on. Poplar with 8 points, and the list goes on. Even Grill had 8 points. So a lot of guys were able to contribute on the offensive end because the ball was actually finding them this game compared to that last game against the Raptors. So that's the very first positive and the biggest positive to take away from this game. Unfortunately, there were still many negatives. Frustratingly so. And that's where we kind of need to discuss as well. Unfortunately, with our negatives, the first one we need to discuss is the rebounding. So I feel like the Bulls did not have a physical presence in this game whatsoever. And especially in a Summer League game, rebounding the ball is vital. The Summer League is very sloppy sometimes, very fast-paced. And whether you're the best Summer League player or you're the worst Summer League player, regardless of who you are, there are going to be many shots missed in the Summer League. It is definitely not going to be, I guess, maybe not the end or be or something along those lines. You know, there's going to be some shots missed, and you need to grab those rebounds. Unfortunately, it felt like for me, the Bulls didn't really do that. Now, to be fair, I'll give them this. Sacramento shot an unbelievably well 56% from the field. So there were definitely many opportunities that went missing because of shots made. So that definitely plays a factor in the rebounding battle, and it's not necessarily all because the Bulls weren't physical or anything like that, but still, 46 rebounds to 30 is a very big outcome, and I think that could have been shortened if we were able to get a little bit more rebounds instead of letting them slip away to Sacramento. So, and again, for the Bulls side of things, we missed many shots. We shot, what was it, 42% from the field. So it does make sense that Sacramento won the rebounding battle. I just felt like the deficit there could have been minimized, and that might have made it a very even playing field. It could have get us closer into this game. Nonetheless, I sit here not impressed, I sit here positive because there were improvements. So what do I want to see next in terms of our improvements? Well, I want to continue to see the Bulls get everybody involved. I want them to keep passing the ball, keep finding the open man, keep playing selfless basketball, and that's where I really think victories can lie. I would like to see a little bit more physicality in this Bulls team. What I saw today was length, which was really, really good. I saw a lot of length, a lot of, I guess, switchability and whatnot, but still, defensively, I don't think we're physical enough. A couple of guys with certain players got bullied off the ball, bullied in the rebounding, and I want to see improvements there. And I feel like we're a team that can do that. With Buzelis in the team, that should definitely help us as well. And we just move on and try to see steady improvements. Maybe more shots made in the next one would be nice. Better shot selection. The list can go on in terms of improvements. But I sit here, you know, again, I'll say this. With the Raptors game, I said we saw the ugly side for the Chicago Bulls. And we did. It was very ugly, a very bad performance overall. I wanted to see what the Bulls could do in this game. So if compared from that game to this game, it's leaps and bounds. But there's more that can be done, clearly. And I want to see the Bulls get a victory. I want to see the Bulls really take that next step. Let's hope we can do it. But with that being said, I don't have much else to say. It's a Summer League game. We win some, we lose some. We've lost 2 in a row. Let's hope for the next one to be a better one. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.